Morning guys, it's another sweaty gym video. Love it. So we're wrapped up nice and warm again. This morning though, because I've changed hospitals, I've changed gyms. So I've actually joined an easy gym. So everything's painted in orange, which was really nice. Not. But we're just on the treadmill because I don't like the exercise bikes they got here. They haven't got spin bikes because they're on a budget. Get it? Okay, serious. So we got our Nike Dual trainers on. These are the comfiest foot I've ever put on my feet. Feet don't hurt, the arches of my feet feel great. And we got our skins on, stay nice and warm. Stop those calves from cramping. So I'm just gonna pop you up here. It's gonna be a bit of a bumpy ride, I think, guys, because I'm on a treadmill and I can't hold my phone because I can't multitask. There's a chance we could end up on the floor, which is not pretty for anyone. So, this will be my follow-on video for blood pressure. And basically what we're gonna talk about this morning is another little mechanism that controls blood pressure, which is called angiotensin converting enzyme, which everybody has and everybody's body releases. And we're going to talk about low blood pressure. I'm not going to go into high blood pressure too much because I think high blood pressure is well documented and it's kind of, people know more about high blood pressure than they do of low blood pressure. So if you want to know more about high blood pressure, please comment below this video and by all means, no problem, do another one. Okay, so angiotensin converting enzyme. Angiotensin refers to angio, your heart and circulatory system, and tensin refers to something getting smaller, constricted, tighter. Okay, it's a foreign word. Medicine and healthcare is full of foreign words. Don't know why. It's all Greek, Latin, and everything like that. Anyway, it doesn't matter about that. Angiotensin converting enzyme, ACE, A-C-E. So, what that has the potential to do is to act on the middle layer of your arteries and cause them to constrict. And when they constrict, the pressure inside the artery increases. So, if you think of your garden hose pipe, you turn the water on and you put your finger over the end, the water shoots out at a higher pressure. That's because you have constricted the flow. Yeah, you constricted the flow by putting your finger over the end. It's increasing the pressure inside the hose pipe, therefore fluid flies through at a higher pressure and goes further, all right? Now this only happens in your arteries, not in your veins. So that would be angiotensin converting enzyme, constricted, increasing your blood pressure, all right? And increased blood pressure, like I said before, you got three layers to your arteries. The outside layer is called your tunica externa, your middle layer is called your tunica media, and your inner layer is called your tunica intima. You've actually got a little fourth layer inside called your basal membrane, which is a super thin single cell layer which travels all the way through. And then that extends from the inside skin of your heart, which is called your endothelial layer, which is basically the inner skin of your heart. So if your blood pressure is too high, if you think of in the winter, if you leave your garden hose pipe out with water in it and the water freezes, what happens? The pressure increases and little spikes of ice can actually damage the inside. Yeah, little spikes of ice can damage the inside of your hose pipe. You get a hole in the hose pipe. Now, don't be alarmed because your blood isn't going to freeze and you're not going to burst a hole in the side of your arteries, okay? That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying though is I'm reverting to the inner layer. If the pressure inside your arteries on your heart are continuously high because you don't do enough exercise and your blood pressure is not well regulated, then that has the potential to damage those layers. And damage to those layers can have adverse effects on your circulatory system later in life. I won't go into that too much, that's a little bit deep. But basically, also if your heart is constantly pumping against a higher pressure, your heart's a muscle, guys. What happens to your biceps if you lift heavy weights? They grow, they're a muscle. What happens to your chest? Not so much mine, but what happens to your chest if you constantly work against weights and resistance? It'll grow, it's a muscle, it'll adapt, it'll change. So if you're constantly forcing your heart to work against a high blood pressure, now this doesn't relate to doing regular exercise, this relates to sedentary. If your blood pressure is high when you're sedentary, then your heart is having to exert a higher pressure constantly to pump blood around the body. Poor regulated hypertension. Then your heart will grow over time, for a couple of years, and that has a potential later in life to cause you some adverse effects as well, which I won't go into. It's a little bit deep. It's a bit deep for 6:15 in the morning for me. So, low blood pressure. People seem to think that, I get people all the time telling me, oh, I'm okay, my blood pressure's fine. I got really low blood pressure. And I say, okay, cool, that's fine. It's better than high blood pressure, I guess. But it also has the potential to have some adverse effects in your life, your lifestyle, on a day-to-day living. So, if you think of what I referred to before, of your body needing enough pressure to perfuse or supply your brain from here to here with oxygenated blood. If your blood pressure is too low, which, like I said before, can be regulated beat to beat, so changes beat to beat. So going from lying to sitting, sitting to standing, lying to standing, getting up off the floor. If you know anyone that says, oh, when I stand up I'm always lightheaded, that's because their blood pressure is probably not well regulated and it doesn't react quick enough to the differences in levels in their body, okay? So their baroreceptors in their carotid arteries, like I referred to before, the pressure receptors, and the pressure receptors in their aortic arch don't react quick enough. And that's if they exercise more. And we're not talking the Tour de France, we're not talking London Marathon. Start with 20 minutes a day, guys. Just get a little bit of a sweat on, get your heart rate up a bit. Things will start to develop, you know. Give it 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 180 days. And you'll start to see changes in your waistline, in your face. You start to drop water, okay? And your body will start to adapt to exercise. Your blood pressure will be more regulated. So low blood pressure, if your brain doesn't have enough oxygen, you feel lightheaded, it's your body's defense mechanism is to get you flat, because gravity will take toll on the fluid volume. And then if you think of people who faint, what's the first thing that's kind of classically told to do? Exactly, lift their feet. That's because when you lift their feet, gravity will take effect and pull a small amount of fluid from their vital organs and their legs and push it towards their brain, because their brain and their vital organs are flat and their legs are up. So blood comes down, perfuses or supplies the brain, and they'll wake up. It's incredible. But don't get them up off the floor too quick or the same will happen again. So low blood pressure has the potential to make you lightheaded when you're moving in different positional changes, and it also has the potential to make you faint, which is not nice for anyone, because when you faint you can fall, you can injure yourself, and that can have detrimental effects on your lifestyle and day-to-day living, okay? So low blood pressure is not better than high blood pressure, but I guess it is in some ways, but it can still have an adverse effect on your life, your lifestyle and day-to-day living, okay guys? And the way to do that is to change your diet, to change your lifestyle, to start getting regular little bits of exercising. So if you want to know more, drop me an inbox, drop me an email, drop me a DM. My social media is plastered with my contact details. Please get hold of me and we'll sort out a lifestyle management plan for you to help you get on a better lifestyle, better track. So have a great day, guys. I'm going to turn off and finish this workout. I'll speak to you very soon. Bye.